A year ago, I made this video. Yeah, I went back to church. I went back to church. It's been a year of my journey back to church, and as usual, I am here to talk about it. Hi guys, my name is Ola Oluwadayomi. In case you're just seeing me for the first time, yeah, a year ago I went back to church. And in case you were here a year ago and you're here for the update, welcome back. Thank you for joining this journey with me. A whole year with Jesus. Maybe not with Jesus. No, that's the wrong word. A whole year in church. That's the right word, because all my life you have been faithful. Okay. 1st of March 2025, I picked my things. I took Bisola and I went to the Elevation Church at Beokuta. And last week Sunday was 1st of March 2026. So it's been a year, 7 days since I went back to church. I was supposed to make this video last week, but I could not because I was somewhere in Lagos. My firstborn get married, right? But here I am for the updates. What has happened in a whole year? What changed? Why am I still in church? Do I still enjoy being in church? And all of that. First, I would say I'm glad I took that decision to go back to church. Okay, wait. Some days I am glad, other days I ask myself, who sent me to go back to church? Because there are days that it just feels like, why am I doing this? What is all of this for? But there are days, more days actually, that it feels just right. It feels like this is where I want to be. I have been able to make acquaintances. I have been able to, become better in my relationship with God. And it's been a rough journey. What I'm really talking about here is not my relationship with God. It is my journey through church. Two different things. Not my relationship with God. Because even when I was not going to church, the relationship with God was still there. But this is the journey through church in the past 1 year. Especially in the Elevation Church at Beokuta, personally, for me. Now, people being the blessing, people being the problem, people being the curse. I know mothers being the blessing, mothers being the curse have always been the word I say. But this time around, I'm going to say people being a blessing, people being the problem, and people being the curse. People being a blessing. When I said I wanted to go to church, I was looking for fellowship. That was what I said. I was looking for the fellowship of the people, the gathering of the people. I do know what I was asking for. I saw the fellowship. The fellowship saw me. We look at each other like this, and I said, a song came to my mind. I don't want to sing it. It can be overwhelming, especially in a church where what they preach is love, what they preach is, community. This person is trying to be your person, the next person is trying to be your person, the next person is trying to, there's this going on, there's that one, you're supposed to connect to this one, you're supposed to be with that person. I want to be left alone. I don't want. That's all. When I said fellowship, I meant like the gathering of the people for God, not personal. No, I don't want to. No. It's just too much. Everybody is. There are too many people. No. It's great. It's good because knowing that you belong to a place, knowing that there are a set of people that would always be there that you can run to, even if you are not their best person, even if you are not their favorite, they will still be there one way or the other. It's a good feeling, but possibly every time. That's the problem for me. And then talking about people too, because I'm supposed to go into my journey into leadership and the rest, but because I'm now a leader, yes. So, I mean, the thing is, I got to know a lot of people based on my I don't say job, my department in church. I'm in the media. Yes, I. No, I'll give you food. I joined media department, so I do though. Most of my department in church, I get to have to connect with people. Each time I need to create content, I need to like meet people. I want to create this content with you, and then dial this, dial that, oh, there's dial. I now know a couple of more people in Abeokuta. People being a blessing, people being the problem. I stayed back in Abeokuta because I wanted the quiet life. I wanted to live a slow life. I wanted to be unknown. I wanted to live that, I wanted to be like a ghost. But now when I go out, I'm fine. No, I didn't plan on seeing anybody I know today. Okay, let me give you guys a gist. I got back from Lagos on Friday morning, right? I went to work and then I had to go to another work. When I got to my second work, I was just dressed. Even see the way I was dressed. I even have a vlog coming of how I was dressed and the event I'm talking about. I got to the event looking a mess with the intention of I'm going to go back home. But my boss didn't want me to go home. I thought, okay, let me go home and change. She said, no, don't go home and change. At that event, I looked a mess. And at least, how many of my church members did I see that? Like, I didn't used to have that life. I used to be a ghost. I didn't even used to see my old classmates. That's how ghosty I was. But these days, I get to know a lot of people through church, through this community that I'm trying to avoid. But you have to be a part of something. That's one. Now, let's talk about my journey as I'm looking for that word. But being in the department, Easter Sunday of 2025, my pastor decided, yes, he was going to hand me over to the media department after we've talked about it over time, which he did, and I automatically joined the media department Easter Sunday last year. And it's been a journey. Oh God. It's been a journey. It's been a journey that I can write a book about. I started with, let me put my inputs to, I put my inputs, right, to me disappearing and ghosting the department for like a month or so, to coming back into the department, to, oh, that you are becoming a leader, to, I really don't want to become a leader and I'm resigning, to, okay, maybe I'll just give it a try again and enjoy it, to actually enjoy it, to this particular Sunday, and I'm looking at myself like, girl, what a journey it has been. Because I've gone through different phases being in that department. Like I said, I'm not really I don't want people around me. But you cannot be in a department, especially the media department, and not be a people person. It's still one of the reasons I don't work in TV, because I can't do it. I can't be around people all of the time. But this time around, you do not only get to be around people, you guys need to work together, you guys need to put some things together, brainstorm and all of that, do that one, do this one. There are days I feel like screaming. I'll be like, why did I decide to do this? But one thing I have held on that has helped me through the journey is God himself. I have told God, just sit down, sit me and you one-on-one. So share your work. I'm going to do your work. I'm going to take care of it. But you will take care of me. And he has not failed. So, whatever it takes. Even if I have to continue struggling with the concept of people, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's really it's a lot. it's a process, it's a journey that there's so much expectation. There's so much expectation. You have to be holy. You have to live your life in a particular way. You have to represent Jesus. Yet you have to be creative. You have to guide your heart out of evil. Yeah, especially for me, who still carry some belief that doesn't fit the church. Believe that if the church hears, they will stone me to death in the Old Testament. So how do I balance being that person who is not denouncing, is that the word, I believe, or pushing away our beliefs, our questions, because I'm still asking questions. The Bible still doesn't make sense to me. I still have questions. From Adam and Eve down to Jesus himself, even to Revelation, bro, I have asked my questions are still crazy, and I still have to show up and put in the work. And it's hard when you have questions, but despite your question, you still have to show up. Like, you have to put aside. No, I did not put aside. Let me just say, you have to push it to the side and just focus on a particular thing at that point. And yeah, it's been a journey. I'm enjoying it, because although I'm not as creative as I want to be with the whole journey yet, with the whole process yet, and recently I've not even been putting my 100% creativity into it as much as I did in the past year, because I've had a roller coaster with that journey of being a worker in church. That's the word, worker, church worker. That's the English I've been looking for. So it's been a rough patch. For someone who, has always been a church photographer, I literally learned photography in church. I did church photography for a long while, editing for church, pictures and the rest for a long while. And here I am, where I don't even have to carry a camera because I don't want to. And I'm now doing something I actually enjoy as much as I enjoyed photography then. But it's just a process that I hope I don't quit. Because I know myself. I can wake up one morning, probably in one of those days, follicular phases of my life, and I quit. Because there was a particular day I actually sent in my resignation letter. And I sent in that resignation letter because I just looked at myself. And there's so much to deal with. And when I say too much, it is the people, not the work. I'm not joking. It is the people, not like. Unfortunately, it's the work of God. You can't do it alone. Even your business, you can't do it alone. So, yeah. The concept of church has really, really pushed me to smile more. Wait, how do I find smile? I'm so pretty, oh my god. Okay, so there's a mirror in front of me, right? I was looking at myself in the mirror when I wanted to do this one. Okay, fine. I know. Before you come from me, vanity. And I God create the beauty. I God create them. Okay, so as I was saying, you have to smile more. You have to be careful because you don't want to offend people. You don't want to piss people off. You don't want to step on people's toes. You don't want. When I cannot be in my house on this Sunday and be viewing this thing. But do I regret it? No. Do I regret going back to church? No. Because if regrets had happened, I would have stopped. It would have been a whole year. Although I took like a 1 month break from going to church. There was a time I was very angry with God last year, around June, I believe. I didn't go to church. I was angry with God. What he was doing didn't make sense. That guy was testing me, and I needed to show him back. God was testing me, and I needed to show him that an eye for an eye, I did for. Exactly. Now this is how I treat God. I treat God like a boyfriend, and I'm not joking. I treat God the way I would treat a boyfriend. And I know the church might not really like that. And that might be the smallest of my crazy ass belief when it comes to God. The day I will sit down to make videos about my belief, about my question, they will ban me in church. I know it. They will ban me. Now let's talk about my love life and church. Nope, nope, nope. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I had a conversation with Tife a while ago about my love life and church, and the point she raised made me realize that are people expecting me to find the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh from church? Especially in this current situation where everybody is talking about being unequally yoked or equally yoked. Baby, my boyfriend is not in church. My soulmate is not in church. There's nothing you can tell me. My soulmate is not in church. Take it or leave it. Tife, I'm still standing on that ground. Whether it is equally yoked or unequally yoked, my soulmate is not there. Nah. Maybe he might walk in tomorrow, but there's no way he will talk to me because I'm not even smiling at anybody. Even when I'm in a bad mood or a good mood, my dear, I'm not talking to him. I'm not smiling. I just go in. Let me tell you how I live my life in church. Go into church, do my part, leave. Thanks to a couple of acquaintances I have made. Hi, how are you? Hey, those are the ones I know that. But do you see me? Assuming I was not in a department, I was not a worker. Baby, I went to church 10 a.m. on time, as always. Enter. The grace of Allah. Phew. What is up? Here's the thing. My church believes in community. The Elevation Church at Abeokuta, they believe in community. They preach community. I don't want it. I don't. Can I have the community? Like if I was an online member where I just joined virtually, maybe I would have wanted the community. It would have been great. But when I have to see the people, community to me means a level of vulnerability. No, she vulnerability. I don't want to be vulnerable. And yes, I don't know if my pastor will get to watch this, but there was a time I asked him a particular question about, my mind. He was preaching about shutting things off your mind, and I can't remember the exact word. Why am I oh God, what's with this brain fog? But you get so I was telling him that personally, someone like me, my mind is always playing. My mind is always active. There is always something in my head. My head is never ever quiet, right? And it got us talking about some other things, although we couldn't finish our conversation on that day, but I was able to pick out so many things from him. Now, for someone like me whose mind is never quiet, if I greet you like this today, you're like, oh my God, hi. And tomorrow I greet you like that, and you just go, hi. I know, yes, you might have a lot going on, but baby, my head would have played a million and one things, and then I will now come to the conclusion that, that is not you, it's the person. So don't judge yourself for it. I don't want to have to go through that problem. And that's the list of one of the reasons I don't want community, especially in church. The major one is vulnerability. I'm not a person who believes in a community. We'll just be saying we are a community, but we're unable to actually be a community, what a proper community should be about. I have a community. I have built community for myself over the years, and I know how I can go with them. I know the level of vulnerability I have with them. So if I can't have the same when it comes to my church, I'd rather just, because I won't allow myself to have the same, especially when it comes to church, because everything will be wrapped around God, the God factor. Sometimes I need us to remove the God factor and look at it. I won't say the Satan factor, but in a different way. And unfortunately, the church vibe doesn't really comprehend that yet. So maybe when we get to that point, when I find my people, I can find my people, but I don't think I have seen. I tried it. I won't lie to you. I tried it, but it didn't work. It's not going to work. It's not for me. It's not for me. I ran. It's not for me, because it felt like it was coming from a place of being micromanaged. It felt like it was coming from a place of being seen, but not truly being seen. Like, it felt like you just had an opinion of me, but you were not truly seeing me. You felt like it felt like you wanted to see me in a particular light, but I am not that person. This is who I am, but you wish to see me in this light. No, I'm an adult. I make conscious efforts. I'm way too conscious for me to, before I can decide I want to live a particular life, I would have made certain decisions. Yeah. So instead of going to talk about something, I didn't write it down because I wanted to pour out my heart. I wanted to talk about my journey from my heart, and it's looking like I have. But as much as I'm running away from the community of the church, I am still allowing myself, make acquaintances. I've been able to, have a set of people I can always, what's up from church, which is beautiful to have. And I forced some of them to make a video for me today. Even my pastor, yes, I forced Pastor Solomon Osemari to make a video for me today. And I just told them, say happy anniversary, Dayo. They didn't even know what their anniversary is for. So maybe what I don't know. But whichever way, I forced them to make a video for me because it just felt like, these are the people I have been able to connect with one way or the other, no matter how little. The people that has made my stay in the Elevation Church Abeokuta, like, this is all of them. I ensured I made a video with them one way or the other, whether positive or negatively or in the middle. So I made a video with them. There's one more person that's supposed to be there, to the sick uncle. Yeah. So I'm going to give you guys a secret. So I think I have a crush on somebody in my church. I've not had a crush in a while. While, and when I say a while, a long while. I've known me. But I think I have a crush on somebody. No, I think I had. Because oh my god, this is me totally oversharing, but I don't mind. It's there at the end of the day. Before I made this video, before I set up everything, I decided, let me do my one or two, let me do a little, FBI dial. The crush round, I know do it. You twist my eyes, so no, I'm going to remain with my man. And yeah, let my man continue having me. I'm not doing crush with anybody again. Okay, so I guess that's the small gist that nobody has heard before, because the first time I'd get. Okay, so it's been a journey. I'm grateful to God for, the day I stepped into Elevation Church Ikorodu, and I decided I was going to go to Elevation Church Abeokuta, and I tried it out, and I felt, okay, this feels like home. I'm grateful to Solomon Osemari, Pastor Solomon Osemari. He's a great man. He does this thing. I'm grateful to the Sholankers. They are my darlings. They are the first friends I made in that church. They are the first set of people who felt like, this might be my people, right? I'm grateful for especially Kolale Sholanker, the big B, yes, that big B, yes, in my other video, yes. I'm grateful to God for her. I'm grateful for, I don't want to mention everybody's name that I made a video for me, but I'm looking at who else am I grateful for aside those people. Well, the church at large, church. So the Elevation Church at large, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for the church because it's been a journey. I'm getting to learn more about myself. I'm getting to become a better person, and yeah, it's forcing me to come out of my shell, even if I hate to accept it. it is forcing me. This is just forcing me. But because I now know too much people in Abeokuta because of my church, I've been thinking of moving to Ibadan. And if I do, I'm not going to church again. You heard it here first. So, yeah, if I remain in Abeokuta, I'll still be a church goer. Or if not, bye to church. No, and it is not because the church is no. Like how to put it, it's not because I won't find a different church when I leave Abeokuta or something. No. Of course, there's Elevation Church at Ibadan, right? But I don't want the same thing to repeat itself if I move to Ibadan. So, yeah. So, thank you, God. Thank you, Elevation Church at Abeokuta. Thank you to Oreolu Akiton, who forced me to go to church with her, because without forcing me to go to church with her a year ago, I wouldn't have started this journey. And I'm grateful to God for, the guidance. It just feels like a lot. It feels like a lot. And if you're wondering why this update is necessary, it's necessary to me because I celebrate all types of win, big wins, small wins. A win is a win in my own case, and my journey back to church has, improved my relationship with God. It has made my relationship with God better. My Bible is now well ticked than it used to be. I now read my Bible better. I no longer struggle as much. I still struggle with prayer, so as much as I pray, like I said it before in the other video, I pray. In case you do not know, I pray. But as much as I pray, I still struggle with prayers. There are times that I just don't want to pray. I just don't want to talk to God. And I don't want him to talk to me because, bro, why would you do that? I told you, I treat God like I treat my boyfriend. Yeah, when I ask my baby, he knows how I treat him. I treat God exactly like... But I treat God exactly like I treat a man. Because, yeah, it's typically a nigga. So, yeah. Elevation Church of Abeokuta. Thank you for this journey. And yeah, I'm grateful. I'm just happy. So, cheers. Cheers to me. Cheers to this journey. Cheers to everything good. Cheers to Jesus turning water into wine. Cheers to 1 year of the journey through church, 1 year of God holding my hand and saying, remain here and do your thing. And, just cheers to God. Cheers to the Elevation Church. Cheers to you. Cheers to me. Cheers to the acquaintances I have made through the journey. Cheers to a whole year of beautiful Sundays where it feels like I don't want to go, or I want to go but I'm not in a mood and I'm just on my own. Sundays where I feel good and I'm just hugging everybody. Sundays that I am seated at a corner crying my eyes out because that's the only thing I can do. Sundays that just cheers, right? Just cheers! And cheers to Iyadayo for not giving up on me. My mother, my mommy, oh, my mommy. Thank you, Iyadayo. Thank you so much for not giving up on me, even when it felt like I was not going to go back to church ever again. Your girl has spent 1 year in church. She has... Yeah, you guys don't understand. I wasn't sure. I didn't know if I wanted to do it. I didn't know if I found the place that would make me still want to believe in God, or a place where I would become an atheist again in my life, or where I would no longer just want to be a church person, a church goer, and cut off church totally. But it's been a year. So cheers. Cheers. Cheers to Jesus for turning water into wine. So when you see me, say congratulations, Oladayo. Say happy anniversary, Oladayo. I've forced my own people to make happy anniversary video for me. So you to do your own. Tell me happy anniversary. Because now only me understand. There are so many things I have left unsaid. But cheers. So happy anniversary to me. 1 year in. You did it, girl. And yeah, I love you. I love you so much. I pray to God that as you celebrate a year, you celebrate more years. I pray you would have clarity. See, when you pray for clarity for me. I pray you have clarity to understand God's intention, God's purpose, God's plan, like God's word, God himself. Clarity. I pray for that clarity. I pray you get answers to your questions. I pray you no longer have to struggle with certain prayers. I pray you no longer have to struggle to say amen to certain prayers because it just doesn't make sense to you. I pray you're able to pick up your Bible and just go on and on and on and on with understanding and not just question. I pray for you that your journey will continue to, go smoother and smoother, and at the end of the day you will serve God. At the end of the day you will be for God. At the end of the day things will work for you, and you and God will become best of buddies. We are buddies now, but we are not best of buddies because that nigga is a lot to deal with, just like I have a lot to deal with. But I am no longer the one that he leaves the 99 for. Cheers. Happy anniversary, Ola Oluwadayomi. I love you, and thank you for watching this. See you next year.
How much will you give me? 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 Happy anniversary, Oladayo. I love you. You must be that. You must be. Happy anniversary, Oladayo.
Happy anniversary, Oladayo.
Happy anniversary, Oladayo.
Happy anniversary, Oladayo.
Happy anniversary. Are we ready?
Let's go. Yeah, go.
Happy anniversary, Oladayo.
Hello. Happy anniversary, Oladayo.
Happy anniversary, Oladayo.
Take it again.
Happy anniversary, Oladayo.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary to you, Oladayo. God bless you. It's a new season for you. God bless you.
Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty, emancipation from bondage, and true freedom. In the name of Jesus, I declare that lines will fall in pleasant places for you.